area not in a subdivision. We wanted a little bit of land, at least 2 acres. So that kind of limits your choices a little bit with as much that's growing up around the area. We wanted to be able to have some space, more room outside to be able to do things as a family. So those were the primary things that we were looking for, and we kind of met with Karen and we went over everything. Said this is what we want, and she set up something on the computer that she could forward all these searches that matched our criteria with the amount of bedrooms, bathrooms, with the amount of acreage that we wanted, and the general location that we wanted it. So whatever anything hit the market or the MLS listings that we were able to get in on the first available. If we saw something we liked, we were able to call Karen and say, hey, we want to look at this. We need to see it, and we were able to jump in, and that's the reason we got this house so quickly is because we got that. I was like, okay, we want to look at this one. We were able to get in, look at it within, I think, a week or a few days just of it being listed. So we were able to put an offer in. Whereas I think if we didn't have that opportunity, that Karen wasn't forwarding all that good information, all the new listings to us, we would have missed out on the opportunity, because initially we weren't doing that. So we got serious. Karen says, well, let me do this for you. Do you want me to send you? We're like, yeah, awesome. So then, we felt like earlier we missed out on a couple good opportunities before we really set this up with Karen. And she really helped us get in on the stuff right away. So if there's something we wanted, we didn't miss an opportunity. I guess we were in competition with another couple wanting to buy the property. Karen played a huge role because she was able to bring in her expertise. She's been there, she's been doing this for years. We haven't. So it was nice to have somebody on our side that could help guide us through the making offers and that whole process, which is just like foreign language to me. And she was able to let us know different options that we had in making offers. It's not just a straight up, this is the amount of money we have, period. There's different ways to make offers, with whether you want help with closing costs, whether you want them to pay other fees. There's just a lot of different things that go into play that we weren't aware of. And Karen was able to educate us on that and walk us through every step of the way. They did counteroffer, we counteroffered. The good thing that worked in our favor is that we didn't currently have a home to sell, which I think really helped us win over, and we were able to be open-minded and be willing to negotiate and meet halfway on some things. I think that's a big thing going into buying a home. You can't be closed-minded. You have to go in with that open mind and work with your realtor, and Karen, of course, was ours in that process, and we would have been lost without her help guiding us through that. Number one, get a survey. We were not going to get a survey. We're like, oh, it's no problem. It looks like pretty good. No, get the survey, because if we wouldn't have gotten the survey, we wouldn't have known that everything was not as it should be with the property. The sellers had 2 parcels of land, which obviously we weren't aware of because it wasn't listed like that when they listed the home. So without the survey, we would have had a lot of red tape to go through after the fact, not knowing what land was ours, what was, what wasn't. So we were able to get all of that taken care of prior to closing. Yes, it's a little bump in the road and it set things back a little bit, but I can't imagine if Karen wouldn't have educated us on how important the survey is, we wouldn't have done it. And we could have really been without a large parcel of land backing up to our property if we wouldn't have followed her good direction, so to speak, in that. So that really, really helped. So number one, get the survey. Number two, I think I already mentioned, go in open-minded, because if you don't, you're never going to feel like you come out ahead. I think if you have an open mind and you're willing to negotiate certain things, it's okay to not be willing to negotiate some. We all have a list of what we're looking for going into a process like this. But those things that you are willing to negotiate on, could make or break you as far as getting the home that you want. Last but not least, find a realtor that you're going to trust. Find a realtor that you can connect with. And I would say go to Karen because she did that for us. She was available for us. I know she took a lot of time, even on Saturdays when she could have been with her family. She took time out. Actually, I will say this about her too. When we were renting, we called her because she was referred to us from a friend. And she didn't make a dime, but she took us out on a Saturday afternoon to look at these different rental units to help us out because she knew where things were. We were clueless. We came for a weekend from Illinois last year. We had no clue where we were looking, so she kind of was able to guide us and direct us without, like I said, without making a dime. She went above and beyond, and she didn't have to, but she did it for us. Therefore, we had that bond, and it's like, she didn't have to do that for anybody, but she did. So she goes out of her way. She'll do anything she can to help make the process easy, and she actually cares about the people that she's working with, and that's why I would recommend her to anyone.